Every single time I come on the court. Every single time I come on the court. Every single time. I get right here. Now I know you've heard this before. All the coaches say your form is important. This is my prep drill. The first thing you need in prep is P, your posture. You need to line up with your toes. Imagine you took a fish hook, you hung it up on top of the rim, and the net, the line would just dangle directly straight down. That's where I want your toes. Why so close? So that you can't push the ball. The correct posture on a shot is with your elbow up. If I ask every single one of you, what's the correct form? Show it to me. What does it look like when you shoot? What does it look like when you shoot? Every single person is going to show me the correct way. But then, when I watch you shoot around, everybody's doing it wrong. Your elbow's down. When I say show me how to do it, your elbow's up. But when you come out here to shoot, your elbow's down. Perfect practice makes perfect. So the first P is for posture. We're here. Okay? I'm up. Now I have to make 10 perfect swishes in a row. Doesn't count. 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't count. 1. It's a squeaky floor, ain't it? I'll get to 10. Easy for me. Well, I've ever tried the second. The second you make 10 in a row. Perfect swish. Why perfect swish? Does anybody know? Give me a guess.
Practice makes perfect.
Perfect practice makes perfect. I'm going to show you in a second. The second thing is repetition. Repetition breeds reflexiveness. What you do sometimes is what you do all the time. So if I come out here and before I start my workout, before I start hiking stuff up, I commit to working on the basic fundamentals first. I'm getting the proper repetition. The other thing I'm doing is I'm getting my eyes on the rim. The eyes are the most important part of your shot. A lot of people watch the flight of the ball. A lot of people don't even know what they're looking at. I told my dad this is a great shooting rim. He said, why? I said, because of how the net attaches to the rim. Right, good? Some don't have one right in the front. Well, people say, what do you mean? You see the little hooks that the nets are attached to? I say, guys, what do you aim at? Front of the rim, back of the rim. No, I pick out a little hook and I dial in and I focus. Anybody here ever play darts? What do you aim at? The bullseye. Right? You don't just aim at the dartboard and hope to hit a bullseye. You aim for the bullseye and you hit the bullseye. So we got posture, repetition, eyes, and then the final reason you start here is pressure. If you know the drill's not over until you make 10 perfect swishes in a row, and you've been sitting here shooting for about 10 minutes, and you're starting to sweat, and your arms are starting to hurt, don't you think number 7 is going to be a little tougher? What if you just got to 9 3 times, and then you hit the rim? It's the only way to simulate pressure shooting. And it's the only way to simulate pressure shooting where the result is a positive. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? How else are you going to simulate pressure shots? You going to wait for a big game? You miss your first one, now you had a negative experience. You guys do mind classes, don't you? You work on what you're thinking. You use sports psychology, right? This is how you start. And you know what's crazy? Maybe 1 or 2 of you, actually probably tomorrow about 50% of you will do this. And then the next day, 25%. And then the next day, maybe 10. And then eventually, maybe one day, there'll be one of you that takes this, puts it in their bag of tricks, and uses a great knockdown shooter. The second part of it, right here, it's not just a bank shot. It's up above the glass, above that square, perfect swish. It's not easy. You want it coming down. Well, you can come out here and guard me if you want. You know what I'm talking about. Come on if you want. Carter guy out here. He has the last space to drive.
That's so typical, like our generation. I'm talking, but you're still sitting.